Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode. In the last episode we got close to making the Draconic core. We automated a few of the things that we needed with in here with the smeltery stuff and also with the advanced thermionic fabricator, was it? I think. Was it that thing? Metallurgy fabricator, not thermionic fabricator. But we have that for all of the Osculos class, Mirion, Osmeridium, and I also added another one here, and I automated Modularium alloy, because that takes quite a bit of Palis, or empowered Palis, to make the Modularium. Here it takes 2 empowered Palis and a pulsating crystal and platinum, and here it just uses 1, and it's a way where I can have it on stock, even though I could have exported it into a drawer with a crafting upgrade and all that stuff. And I'm getting text messages. Hello. All right. So over here, we're going to put probably some more stuff for the primal mana and all that. But I don't want to do that just yet. We have one more thing that we need to sort out before we can get to the whole primal mana thing. For Draconic cores, we need calcium sulfate, which we don't have, which is required for the elite plating for this guy. If we want to craft one, you're going to see that we're missing calcium sulfate, and that requires, if we look at it, calcium sulfate, and that requires calcium sulfate solution, which is a chemical reactor with fluoride water and sulfuric acid. And fluoride water is a fluid enricher with crushed fluorite and water. The crushed fluorite we're getting from, I believe the rock crusher is getting us that. How much do we have? Do we even control this? No, we have 11,000 of it, but we don't control this this thing with the fluorite. So we can just totally add another. That's 5 channels. Yeah, let's add an emitter up here, a level emitter. We're gonna grab fluorite. We're gonna say like that, fluorite. Let's say keep 10,000. Emit when levels are below limit. There we go. How much am I keeping of this? Am I not? Oh, I'm triggering this guy with that, and this is on diorite. Oh yeah, you know what? This is not exporting diorite in here. We kind of don't need these extruders now, but how would I sort that I would have diorite here all the time without... Yeah, what I think I might do is just remove those 3, split this drawer into 2 different drawers, and add the rock crushers on the side, and then just export the things into there, because we're getting them from the resource miner. If we look at andesite, we should have a bunch, yeah. So yeah, let me just configure this real fast. I'll just remove the extruders, and then we can export the blocks into here. I could have also, instead of having the andesite and the diorite and the granite here, instead of having those 3 here, I could have them up top here stored, I guess. We can just remove them. Yeah, you know what we can do? It's easier, I guess. Even though we don't, then the igneous extruder would kind of be redundant, but it would be like a last solution before the block runs out if we ever turn off the resource miner and run out of andesite, which we probably will do at some point. So yeah, let me take, I'll take that drawer. Let's go firstly to show you that I did some work down here. I kind of have a little bit of a layout for the things, and also this is dripping lava. Okay, so I have the void ore miner tier 6 here, producing us plenty of stuff. We have the void ore miner tier 5. I wanted to put that up as well because we get, I believe, mana infused ore and stuff like that from here. And also the void resource miner tier 5, which is producing all of this. So that is using collectively over like 9 million RF or something, or close to it, like 8 million or so. Because this is 7 million. This guy is 800,000-ish. And this guy is just like 28,000. Yeah, okay, so it's like 8-ish million. But for that, we needed some more solar panels. So I added 2 more solar panels in the end. I'm not really going to show you because it's the same thing. It's just 4 solar panels right next to one another, producing us quite a bit of RF. And over here, we have this guy now completely full with the ultimate induction cells. And I think I also have 2 providers in here, even though we don't really need to. because we're currently inputting 9 million and outputting 7.9 million. So this is slowly going up. And I could turn off the miners because we don't really need that much of all of these things. We probably have more than plenty for the rest of the pack, but it doesn't hurt to let them run, you know? So it's just how I do. We need more stuff. So let me take this drawer. I'm gonna grab the cardboard box and we're gonna, I'm gonna need to ender chest out of the thing too. Okay, so let's do this. Let's grab the limestone. I'm gonna put you here. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put you down, and I'm gonna grab an ender chest. Just grab a white one, and I think the resource miner has. Do you have light blue? Yeah, and you're getting stuck on andesite and stuff. Okay, so let's grab some light blue dye. 1, 2, 3, please. Okay, just do that. I'm gonna grab this, and then we can go up top. We're gonna grab some storage upgrades. Where are those rock crushers? Over here on this side. Okay, now it's doing the diorite thing, and now it's doing the rock crushing thing. So we're gonna do some conduits and probably speed upgrades. And I don't think I need a filter because it's just gonna toss the right stuff in anyway. So you are now item conduited. Like that, like that, like that, and like that. And we'll just stick this here. And we're gonna extract on like the blue channel. Blue. And we can say insert on blue. We don't need an extract. Oh, no, crap, wrong thing. I need it in the drawers, not in the things. Hold on, let me just fix this. All right, it is all set up. I have the 3 drawers on the sides here. I increased the limits for the rhodochrosite, for the zirconium dust and the beryllium dust, all to 20,000. So these are going to work overclock and overtime. And just produce the 20,000 that we need. I also put in 14 speed and 14 energy upgrades, which increases the power to 120k RF a tick, which basically means that I need a separate flux point, separate cable at least, for all of these. So I just have a flux point here processing these two, and I have a flux point here doing this one, and the cable is split for this. And I've also just gone around the base and cleaned up some stuff. I replaced the what were lava fabricators with magma crucibles. I think they're better, but we also have 800,000 buckets of lava in here stored, and it is all controlled with redstone anyway, like it was before. I have here a salt maker. What are you set to? 20,000 salt? Why did you make 50,000 salt though? I don't know. Oh, because this is not on, okay, because one of them was not on redstone high. All right, let's just get some of this and maybe some of this, and we're gonna do like that and just like so. I needed salt for a thing that I will show you in a moment. I've also added this, which is making us IC2 coolant, which is one thing that we're gonna need for making I believe it's Primal Mana is the IC2 coolant. Yeah, it's IC2 coolant, molten Osgloss glass, and molten Mirian to make that. And we can do that again with an alloy tank. We can do the thing in the combat machine. But basically, this is just a fluid solid canning machine on fluid enrich tank or cell, basically, and lapis lazuli dust, which we're making in one of these pulverizers here. Here it is. And that is basically just producing the coolant. I had redstone control, or do I not have redstone control? No, I don't think I have redstone control because these don't need redstone control really. And one thing that I miss from IC2 is this being able to be redstone controlled. Like give me a button that I can say redstone on and off, so I don't have the machine just running constantly. But this is just gonna fill IC2 coolant in this storage tank, which is 800,000 buckets, which is plenty. Also, I increased the storage of creosote oil as well here. We also probably could use some more facades now over here to cover at least the top up so we can get in here. Come on, I'm flying too fast. I'll just be on the floor. There we go. Oh, that one I completed. Okay. What else did I change? Here, yeah, we're gonna need tree oil. So basically I set this guy to make tree oil and it's currently still going. Why are you still going? Because this is on redstone high. 800. You have 800. Did I miss a number? No. Partition. That should be fine. Fluid terminal. Tree oil, 800 buckets. Emit when levels are below limit. They are not below limit. Okay, we're gonna do 79000. Tree oil. Tree oil. I have no idea. This is stopped. Well, this is not stopped because it's doing resin. I think we'll do this on rosin. We're gonna do... Oh, that's a fluid level emitter. I need to take this off, and do level emitter. I'm fixing things from fixing things. So this, rosin, 128. Okay. And this should be redstone high. Wonderful. I don't know why this guy is... I mean, the fractionating still is not gonna run, and if the sawmill doesn't run. So I don't think I actually need to even control this on... turn off the facade view. I don't even think I need to control this, and we're just gonna do ignored. And this is gonna stop, I think. Because it will fill this guy with resin, and then it's gonna stop, I think. I hope. At least if it fills the entire internal buffer. We'll see. But I'll just watch this. If not, we can control it on somehow, I guess. Maybe put a tank behind with resin and control it on that, because I need it to be separate. But we'll see if it stops once its internal buffer gets full. Okay, so moving on. Did I make any other changes really? I don't really think so, that much. At least not in here. I added a dimensional shard ore processing because we needed dimensional shards. I also added the silicon things. I added them here, and it's making, I think, I don't know exactly how much silicon it's making, but it's making some silicon. Oh no, it's just gonna fill this drawer, which is like 50,000 something. So that should be fine. And that's pretty much it for all the different things. I increased some limits on some different stuff, but that doesn't really make any difference. I added seared bricks and zirconium ingots, I think. We still have this basalt crafting, which we don't really need, I don't think. We can take that down, so we can just do that. Just gonna break that and add the cables back for future machines. That is not facades. Thank you, game, for giving me facades. All right. So I believe I have to show you this thing downstairs. This mumbo jumbo. Remember last episode? You know, I said we're never gonna need sulfuric acid stuff. La 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 la. Well, we need sulfuric acid stuff because I think it's in the creative gas tank recipe. Creative gas tank is the creative gas tank frame. This requires draconium slurry, iridium slurry, titanium slurry, boron slurry, mithril slurry, DT fuel, hydrogen chloride, sulfuric acid, there it is, ethylene. And for all the slurries, we need this processing as well. But we're gonna set up another setup of this for processing all of the like draconium, iridium stuff that I need. Because we just need the slurries. But basically, this entire contraption, this bottom still makes liquid chlorine, and this top here is making sulfuric dioxide. This is taking the dioxide and oxygen from this tank and making sulfur trioxide. That goes in the back here, and it's just extracted, I believe. If we do all, it's just extracted back into this guy. So over here we stole sulfur trioxide. That goes into the chemical infuser with water vapor and makes sulfuric acid, which is stored up here. This is just taking water and condensating it into vapor. Or is it decondensating? Decondensating it. That's the word. Then this mumbo jumbo is mana infused ore, goes into the chemical dissolution chamber with sulfuric acid, makes mithril slurry. Then the mithril slurry is washed with water in the chemical washer to make clean mithril slurry. Then it is put in the chemical crystallizer, which makes mithril crystals. These are stored in here. I set it for 4,000 just so we have a bit of a backlog. Then the mithril crystals are exported into here. They get elite injectified into mithril shards, purified into mithril clumps, and then crushed into dirty mithril dust, then enriched into pulverized mana-infused metal, and then made into mana-infused dust, or ingots. And that is a whole thing. Also up top here, we take chlorine and hydrogen and turn that into hydrogen chloride, which I believe is one of the things that we're going to need today for that Draconic core stuff, because this elite plating requires calcium sulfate, which is calcium sulfate solution, which is sulfuric acid, fluoride water. No, I think I needed hydrogen chloride. Yeah, I remember. Hydrogen chloride goes in here. No, here. To process this. That's why I kind of needed the salt, because you can use salt or hydrogen chloride, but I can produce hydrogen chloride faster than I can produce salt to suffice this machine. And if we still need salt, we can also put salt in there, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. So now, after a whole bunch of rambling, I can finally get to the Draconic core elite plating. So let me get the machines ready, find a place to put it, and we can set it up. I found a spot for the machines, and I put it down here next to the my reconstructors. Why are you stuck? Were you out of power? Probably was out of power. Yeah, because we're almost out of Palus, and where am I storing aesthetic? Oh, it's just making that. Okay, so you do you and make all the stuff. Apparently, okay. So that's just gonna be noisy a little bit. That's okay. But we have crushed fluorite putting into a fluid enricher with water that is exported here on this export bus that is making fluorite water over here. Then it's put into the chemical reactor with sulfuric acid that we're also exporting from the system. We are making calcium sulfate solution then. The hydrofluoric acid I'm currently storing here in this tank, which is already full, so everything else is going into this trash can. And I have everything on fluid filters, just so I don't ever get a mix-up of fluids if I run out or something. So everything goes into its corresponding thing. I don't think I have a filter here, but I have this on the black channel, so it should be fine. But hydrofluoric acid wanted to go all over the place because this is extracting on the white channel, so I have to use filters because there's two liquids going on one channel. And then this guy is crystallizing the calcium sulfate solution into calcium sulfate. So now, if we want to do plating and want to do elite, say we want to do 11, boom, elite plating. And core, this. What if I want 61 of these so we have a stack? Done. It's doing all the things. Crystal binder. We have actually enough calcium sulfate, which is really cool. So yeah, that's just gonna make us the Draconic cores. Lovely. This was out of power, by the way. That's why it's stuck, because I forgot I had an advanced power cell here, so I exchanged it for a flux point. And I think the things ran out of power. But yeah. I also increased this to 128 blocks of each. Yeah, now it's doing the Palus, because I think it was out before. So it's finishing off the Palus crystals. Or I might have used some Palus in the Draconic cores or something. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So let me see what we can do about Primal Mana. Alright, I decided to put the Primal Mana in the compact machine with the other alloy tank that's making molten alumite, and we also need one more thing to make with the melters or with the alloy tank, and that is pig iron. And now that I think about it, to make this symmetrical, we would need to move this thing over to the left and this thing over to the center, and then put the pig iron over here, which I might do off camera, but I'm going to set up the pig iron basically the same thing as this. So the way this works though is just we take the Ozglass glass, we melt it, we take the IC2 coolant, we just export it into this tank. We don't need to store a bunch of it here. That's 32 millibuckets, that's plenty. And then the Mirion is then melted, put into the alloy tanks that is making Primal Mana. It seems empty, but Primal Mana is coming in here and it's being produced. We also can put a cover on that guy. I just need to get into the back. How does one do this? Like this? Yes. And then a facade in the back. Bam. That should be good. Lovely. So that's just going to make 800,000 millibuckets of primal mana, and then it's going to stay put and not do anything and just have the machine ready. I could be turning these on and off with redstone depending on how much stuff I have in here and that, but I don't think it's really necessary right now. If it's going to be causing too much lag, we're going to see if it causes problems. But currently this is, I think, not keeping up with producing the osmiridium. Oh, no, sorry, the Oscalus class. The osmiridium is this guy. So I was thinking maybe we could add the melters for this, but I think once primal mana fills up, we're not going to be making primal mana that fast, or at least needing to make it that fast, that it's going to cause a problem. As you can see, the melters are not keeping up with the alloying, so they're slowly going down. Because I removed some of the upgrades, and if I have the upgrades in here, then we get just this guy filled with all of the items, like it is getting to now. But you know, it's gonna do its thing and process everything once the primal mana fills up, which is, it's kind of halfway there, so we should be fine. This one up top I already showed you for the modularium. So the pig iron I'll set up off camera. You don't need to see me do this again. So let's just get out and see about doing wyvern cores next. I have another compact machine prepared. I did a bit of work off camera, and I made 4 advanced carpenters. These guys, because these have a few of the recipes. Advanced carpenter. I don't really know what all we're gonna need it for, but ludicrite definitely, wyvern cores definitely. Draconic energy cores is also gonna be primal mana, so we could probably do those two both in the same carpenter, so we don't need to do different types of fluids. Liquefacted coal we don't need. Overclockers can be done in a regular carpenter. We could have one with water and do all the water recipes, but we don't. And then we can remove the carpenters in the overworld. One could be seed oil, which is doing the impregnated sticks and the impregnated casings, and one destabilized redstone to make wyvern cores. So basically, redstone, primal mana, water, and seed oil, I guess, could be the thing, because that's all the recipes that this guy can do. So the way I have this in the back here is there's just enough space for everything. This guy doesn't have the inputs and the energy inputs on the bottom. If not, I would push this back by 1, but it has them here in the middle. So we're gonna need to add flux points here to the centers. So let me just set up the wyvern cores first. And see where we can go from there. And I think the other ones I'll probably move over off camera from the old carpenters, just because it's going to be easier, I think. And I'm going to need to figure out how I would want to set up the drawers, because I think we can do like primal mana, drawers here, and then this guy, drawers here, this guy, drawers here, and this guy, drawers here. Is kind of the idea that I had. We could even put the drawers right next to it, but I think it is going to look better in the middle. And it depends on how many recipes I have per thing. So I have AE already in here, so we just need to export the right fluids and basically get the auto crafting ready. Before we can get to wyvern cores, we need ludicrite blocks, and for that we need liquid DNA, and liquid DNA is made in a DNA extractor with forestry type saplings and the genetics labware, which is craftable, so that's super simple, and just power. And we can see you can use pollen as well, which you make from the mutatron, which is all, you can make it from, tree breeding. Okay, no, we're just gonna use saplings. You can use butterflies, you can use serum, caterpillars, or bees. Yeah, just bees. Is this doable? That's a genetic imprinter. That's weird. Yeah, we'll just do the saplings. So I can use these white willow saplings that I have in my system. I also have some other ones from forestry. I believe I have hill cherry is also one thing. Why don't we use the hill cherry, I guess? No, that's probably going to produce cherries. Let's just do white willow. We could make an oak sapling into a forestry type sapling, but I think we're just going to use these white willows. And I made a few more compact machines. I'm going to make another set for all of the corners. I kind of don't have time right now to make them, so I just made the ones that I needed. I'm going to grab my thing. I have the tunnel, the capability adapter, and the wireless access point, so we have everything we need. I hope I don't crash again. I've generally not been crashing lately going into compact machines, so it should be fine. Yeah, sweet. Why are you doing the F7 weirdness? Okay. Let's just go center point. I think this should be it. Do tunnel, capability adapter, and wireless access point. Ignore the... I'll just turn on night vision so we don't get that lighting glitch. We should get a channel. Lovely. So for this, we're gonna need a regular tree farm with like a possibly an Ender AO farming station, or we could use I think it's tree. There's a tree farm. There's a tree fluid extractor. I think we could use the plant gatherer, but let's just use the Ender AO farming station. I hope I have another soul casing. It's just an industrial machine casing and vibrant bimetal gears. And then it's an ironwood hoe, that's doable. And an ironwood axe, also doable. Okay. Or it could be steel leaf. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we need some dirt as well. So let's just do... We could do max size, just fill in the entire floor, but I think we need space for the trees to grow. And even on the corners, they might not grow. So we'll see. Let's just go here. Find the center, and I want to see the range on this. No capacitor. Let's do I have a basic one? Let's see what the range is with the basic capacitor. Show range. Okay, that's that. Let's get a double layered and an octatic just to see what the ranges are. So double layered is oh, it's perfect. Okay, we don't need octatic. Wonderful. We need power. For this, we need to insert and extract items. So do I want to just raise this up a little bit? Probably will be best. Yeah, just to hide the things underneath. I think the trees are going to have enough space to go. So let's just do 2 blocks. I wanted to say, yeah, it's going to be 2 blocks because the middle one is, this one is going to be the dirt layer, like that. Okay, let me just construct this and I will show it to you once it's done. The farm is now set up, and I thought I was gonna need bone meal for these trees to grow faster, but looks like it's growing fast enough. So I added an abstruse platform, I added compact machine walls all around the edges, we have a 2-block gap space, and I put in even a P2P tunnel, even though we don't really need to because we're using 2 channels over here. But, you know, since we're using P2P tunnels around the place, let's just use it here too. So I have a level limiter set to emit when levels are below limit. Of 20,000 white willow saplings, and here this drawer is fully upgraded with void upgrade, so if we get too much wood we can just, it's just gonna get voided. The extract is extracting basically the stuff from the farming station, so the item conduit. My brain is tired, I guess. And then the redstone conduit is triggering this for redstone, and I need to go like around here somewhere so I can reach it. Can I even reach it? If I take this away, I can reach it. But this is full of white willow sapling. Is it set to active with signal, and it doesn't even need bone meal. It's fast enough, as I said. I have this here because it also drops grapeseed. So I have advanced item collectors collecting the grapeseed that is just randomly dropping in the world. So I think it covers the entire thing, so we should be fine. And we probably never have to come back to this compact machine ever again. So that is pretty neat. Okay. So now for the liquid DNA, I think I'll just go we can take, let's say this spot, I guess, because we have nothing here. And we're gonna need one, probably DNA extractor, I assume it is. Yeah. Is it too difficult to craft this? Hoppers, genetic processor, power module. Power module is a thing that I probably should have an autocraft, but energy cube. Just make me 10 of these. Shouldn't be too difficult. There we go. And I can make 10 power modules. And then processor. 10 of you, please. And that should be as soon as I give it some hoppers. 10 of you, please. There we go. And we can just do 2 of them. Actually, you know what? We're gonna put them, where's my IC2 coolant stuff? IC2 coolant, where are you? Over here. I'm gonna put you here because I have 2 tanks set up for things. So we need liquid DNA. Why not? So then I need 2 drawers over here. And these are gonna have the saplings, and then they extract it into here and extract the liquid up. Also, I'm gonna need to put genetics processor thingy, liquid DNA, genetics labware, this guy, to be crafted. So liquid DNA, boom, 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 boom. I'm out of patterns. Go. Okay. And we can add this guy's, hello. Oh, that's the interfaces that are that I haven't hidden yet. Okay, that. Also, I'm gonna set this up in a moment. I forgot to mention, remember how I had the problem of these metal presses not extracting these because this is a Tinker's Construct large plate. It is not or dictionary, or I don't know if that's or dictionary or metadata or whatever the item name is. Tinker's Construct large plate, not, let's say, Flint large plate. That's stored somewhere differently. So I realized I could just use magma crucibles and smart outputs. Why are you not? Oh yeah, I turned off the magma crucibles. I'm dumb. Yeah. So basically, this is iron melted, cast into a large plate. Electrum melted, cast into a large plate. And we're gonna need demon metal as well, and probably something else. I'm not sure, but if we need just the demon metal, we'll set that up somewhere differently, or even here. It doesn't really matter, but that's basically it. And I just have a redstone control on the magma crucible because this guy has weird redstone control. Like it flickers weirdly. It's just does something stupid with these if I tried to control it here. So I just control the magma crucible, which is lovely. Okay, let me set up the liquid DNA, and I think that's gonna be wrapping up point for today. All right, this is set up. It is extremely slow. It takes, I don't know, 5 or so more, probably like 10 seconds. My brain's just not working. Like 10 seconds or so to make 100 millibuckets of liquid DNA. So I'm glad we're gonna store 800,000 of this, and this is just gonna produce AFK all day today. Basically, I'll just sit here and wait for this to fill up. But this is going to be it for today, so I want to thank you all for watching. I am hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Also, consider subscribing to see new videos. Support me on Patreon if you want, and I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.